Good morning, stamping friends. How's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday morning on June 13th, and I'm so happy to be here and to share with you some more projects that I've been working on. Now, I wanted to remind you we're halfway through our little designer series paper sale. Look at all the papers that are 15% off. Basically, all the ones in the annual catalog except for the 6x6 paper that's designer series paper for the different families of colors plus CN colors. Other than that, all the other papers on sale. So make sure you take advantage of this sale going on. Now I'm going to be heading out this week to Atlanta. So next week's will probably be taped. So join me next week, even though I won't be here, but I'm looking forward to seeing our grandchildren. We are headed out and babysitting for a week, so I'm looking forward to that. Well, let me turn my camera around and share with you today's project. This was actually a swap I did for our team swap last month, so I hope you enjoy it. If you like simple stamping, then this card will be for you today. We are going to use the stamp set called Zany Zoo. Isn't this cute? I love it. There are dies that go with this, so you can bundle it and save 10% if you purchase the stamps and the dies. And look at this adorable paper that we have to go with it. Now, what's nice about the dies in this set is many of them will coordinate and fit the little critters on the paper. Not all of them. There's not one for the elephant or, oh gosh, there's a lot of critters on here, but some of these will. In fact, the one we're going to use today, the alligator, or is that a crocodile? I don't know. Somebody tell me the difference. Pat Brennan, if you're watching, she lives in Florida. I think she explained it to me once, but I can't remember. But anyway, these are the coordinating colors that go with it. So they're just nice, bright, cheery colors. So it's been really fun to work with. All right, so let me get started with a card. To make a simple stamping card, I think a white background is always nice. So this is just basic white, thick cardstock, and it's cut to 5.5 by 8.5. And then it's scored down the middle on the long side at 4 1/4. And then I always like to use my bone folder to make a nice crisp edge there. Now the next layer, we are going to use probably my favorite color in the Stampin' Up! Palette, and that is Coastal Cabana. And this piece is cut to 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And what we're going to do on this layer is just add some dimensionals behind it. We want this first layer popped up. So on this size, on my first layer, I always put 4 in the corner, and then I just add 1 more in the center here, just so it doesn't sag. What's your guys' favorite color for Stampin' Up? I know I used to say crumb cake because it goes with everything, but it's a little bit on the neutral side, right? So I thought if I had to choose a color, I'd probably choose Coastal Cabana. I do love neutrals though. If you scan my wardrobe, I have mostly neutral colors. In fact, when I wear a bright color, people usually comment like, wow, that's a bright color. All right. And in case you didn't notice, this color is one of my walls in the backdrop of my, when I do my videos. So that's one wall in my craft room. All right. The next layer is going to be our basic white. This time we don't need the thick one, and it's just going to be 5 inches by 3 3/4. And this one we can just go ahead and put adhesive on because this one is not even going to have any stamping on. And so just center that. Does it look like simple stamping yet? Actually, I should just call it simple because there is not stamping on the outside. This is a simple card. All right, the next thing we're going to do is, oh wait, I am stamping. I was thinking I was going to cut out one of those little critters I told you about, but I cut them all out, so I actually have to stamp. So this will be simple stamping. All right, we are just going to make a little banner with a flag on the end, and this piece is 5/8 inch by 3 1/4, and we'll put that flag on the end by taking your paper snips and just snip right up the middle. This is how you can get it centered, and then go left corner to middle and right corner to middle. And that's an easy way to make sure it's, you know, right in the middle when you snip that. Have you ever tried doing it on your own and then you go, okay, that one didn't work, I'm going to try again. And then pretty soon your banner is about 1 inch long. So I can't remember where I learned that little trick, but it helps a lot. And that was something I learned early on. Now we're just going to place this on the right hand side and maybe like a maybe about a 1/4 inch from the bottom. This is a card I actually did for my team swaps. We like to swap amongst our group, whether you're long distance or local here in Phoenix. Is that straight? Yeah, that's pretty straight. And so this is what I did for that. I don't know, it looks like it's going a little bit downhill, but that's all right. Okay, now the next step, we're just gonna take a piece of scrap paper, basic white, and I am gonna do the alligator like I said. Because I will be using blends on this, I'm gonna use Memento black ink. Just ink that up. And this one does have a die cut, but I'm gonna color him first just to show you how I do my blending. And we will make this a traditional, we're gonna call him an alligator today. All right, I like to start with light lemon lime twist. This is one of our new core colors. I love it. And I'm gonna use the brush end because it's a larger area. It's just covers more square footage when you have a larger image. And I'm just gonna avoid his teeth because we don't want green teeth. Our theme for this month for our swap was anything from the new catalog. So we had quite the variety. I should show you our winning card. It was gorgeous. It was a floral one. Now I'm gonna do his arms too. And then for his body in the middle, I'm gonna use dark granny apple green. I tried the light lemon lime twist. It wasn't quite dark enough. You couldn't see enough of a contrast. So I'm gonna go one shade darker with the granny apple green. And you can definitely see the difference in the greens here. Good thing I don't have to cut all these out. Can you imagine going around all these little spines on the back? All right, the next thing, let's work on this bike. Okay, I'm gonna use dark, I'm gonna use dark smoky slate. Whoa, where is it? I guess this is fine. Dark gray granite, it will be. I think my dark smoky slate might need to be another one bought. I think I dried it out, or used it up, I should say. All right, and then the bike, we're gonna make Coastal Cabana. Now, I don't know why, but they do not make Coastal Cabana in a blend. I wish they did because I love this color. But I have the Stampin' Right marker. To purchase these, you do have to get the whole family, but they've redone them so that, well, this is an old one, but do you see how they have the journaling end here? Well, the new ones look like this. They have the brush end, but the journaling end, look at how much thicker it is. Let me compare these. So these seem to dry out really fast, but this really has a lot more ink in it, and it's great for journaling. I've already played with it, and these are going to be a lot better. So if you don't have this new Stampin' Right marker, you might want to purchase the family of that because they are going to be really nice. As soon as I have a few more dry out, then I'm going to replace mine as well. But I'm using the very fine tip, and I'm just going to color this bike in so it matches our backdrop. That is one skinny line there. And then I want to color his toenails. We'll make it a male, so I'm just going to make them gray. And then let's do his seat. And maybe we'll do this too. All right, now the basket, I am going to make dark crumb cake. The flowers, I'm going to make Flirty Flamingo. Let's do the dark one. There's even a tiny little center here, so I'm going to leave those open, and we'll go back with some yellow. This is an eye test. These are tiny items, but they're worth it. All right, let's make the leaves in that dark granny apple green. I should have done these when I had it out before. And then we'll do Daffodil Delight for the center of the flowers. Whoops, wrong end. Can barely see that, but get the gist of it. Okay, I didn't forget the wheel centers. I'm gonna put a little embellishment there, but I'm gonna die cut these quick and then I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Now the embellishment that I want to add If you were going to pick any little embellishment dot out of the catalog, I highly recommend the classic matte dots because, well, I already used all the black that was down here. We have gray, vanilla, and white, but the white and vanilla are pretty good at accepting blends colors. So you can color these and make them match anything you want. So some of our embellishments don't have every color of the Stampin' Up! Palette. So you can literally take any color blends you have and turn these dots into matching or coordinating embellishments. All right, so we're going to take that little gray one and take your pick tool. Comes in handy for this because you can just, it's kind of an extension of your fingers, and just grab it, and then there's a little rubber on the end of that, and then just stick it on there like that. Okay, that adds a little bit of dimension there. Now we're going to take dimensionals and pop this on the front of the card. Just a couple will do. And then there's a little bit of white space in the upper corner, so we're going to fill that too. So let's put him like he's going off the card, and do you see how it kind of looks like maybe a tire track or a road or something? That's why I chose that pattern. All right, now we need to fill this space a little bit. And you know what? His tail's kind of flopping here. I am going to add one more dimensional, and we're going to use just a tiny one behind the tail here. Have you guys ever had gator tail? Oh my gosh, I would never try that, but I know my husband has, and like everything, he says it tastes like chicken. I am not very adventuresome when it comes to foods. All right, now for this upper area, I want to show you what we're using. We are using the die from the set Wanted to Say, and I love this set. This is a set that I featured for the June online card club that I host every month, and many of you guys ordered this. You're going to love it. It's kind of a classic to keep in your stash because it has the Feel Better Soon, Happy Birthday, You're Too Kind, and Celebrate. You can hit a lot of occasions with this die set. Well, what's really nice about it is the ones that are really skinny, like the Celebrate and the Feel Better Soon, they're super skinny, and sometimes it's hard to get glue on these tiny little skinny areas. So we are going to use a adhesive sheet, and this is what they come like. They come in, I don't know, these are like 9 by 12 maybe? Not 9 by 12, 6 by 12, I'm not sure, but you get a lot of sheets. I've had this quite a while. And you just cut it down to what your scrap piece of paper is, and then this is just basic white. You just peel one side of the sticker sheet off, and you don't want to touch that because then the sticky will come off on your finger. So just kind of get it started there, and then peel the other side off like that. So one side has the sticky strip on, or sticky tape, and the other side is your cardstock that is good, that will be face up. Then you take your skinny little die, we're going to use the word Celebrate, and we're going to put it on like this and run it through our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'll be right back. So it looks like this. Now you'll just peel everything away. It'll come right out of there. And then what you want to do is you want to poke out the middle of the letters that have a hole in it, like the A and the E, the B, and what this does is it turns into a sticker now. So when I peel this backing off, this whole thing is going to stick. All right, I think I got them all. Okay, and then just peel this back. Now, I already cut out the Coastal Cabana. It's kind of a backdrop for this, so it stands out more, and it's a sticker, so I don't even have to put glue on this, and it just makes it so handy. Oh, I love this. It'll stick to your fingers though, and because it is so thin, you can kind of maneuver it and make it go in the middle. You know, it's very kind of flimsy, you know what I mean, but it is movable and you can work with it. Probably it would help if I used my little tweezer here. Okay, almost done. There we go, and there's no sticky residue. All right, that was easy. Now we are going to pop this up even more, and what I'm going to use is my foam adhesive strips, and I like these for an even larger pop than the dimensionals give. They go about one, or actually double the size
of a dimensional. It's like if you stack 2 dimensionals together. Then I'm going to cut a tiny little one so we make sure this is popped up too. Oh, look at this. I did not plan this. My nails even match. That's funny. All right, now to try to get this even, we will just put this up here. And doesn't that fill that nicely? Like that. All right, there is our simple stamping card. I hope you like that, and I appreciate you joining me today. If there's anything that you see that you would love, please let me know. And remember, the Designer Series paper is on sale. I think this comes to $10.26 or something like that, but it's marked down 15%. And this, again, is the Zoo Crew DSP. And if you put an order in and use the host code, then and your order's over $50, then you qualify for a little Stampin' Up! Gift from me. I send some product in the mail along with a thank you card, and that's my way of saying thank you for your order. If you're interested in that online card club that I talked about, it's too late for the June class because the deadline already closed. That closes on the 10th of every month. But if you want to sign up, you can surely do that and get in on the July online card club that will be going out next month. So I would be happy to get that ready for you. All right, well, thank you again, and I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you next Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock Arizona time on my YouTube Live. Take care, guys. Have a great week.